Saludos José, vamos, ellos son rivales de Ecuador. Ramiro, saludos, saludos desde mi amado. Saludos Wilson de ellos, saludos Francisco Meléndez, saludos a Alex Gómez, saludos. Ok, Ecuador. Todos ellos dicen que no tienen miedo. Ecuador, saludos. Allá. Where's Ecuador? Good. Ecuador, good. Ecuador win Qatar. You scared Ecuador or no? You scared Ecuador? You scared Ecuador? You not scared Ecuador, okay? Oh, you win. Ecuador win you. Bueno amigos, dice que no tiene miedo a Ecuador, pero sabe que Ecuador ganó, hizo un buen partido y no será nada fácil. Vamos con un saludo a los últimos llegados, saludos José Alonso Varios, desde El Salvador, Centroamérica, saludos Jaime Junior, saludos Isaac Mancera, saludos Elseo, saludos René, saludos desde Rioja, capital de la Argentina presente. Saludos, un fuerte abrazo desde México. Dice Saludos José, vamos, ellos son rivales de Ecuador. Ramiro, saludos desde mi amado. Saludos Wilson de ellos, saludos Francisco Meléndez, saludos a Alex Gómez, saludos. Ok, Ecuador. Todos ellos dicen que no tienen miedo. Ecuador, saludos. Ayer ganó Ecuador. Contento por la ganancia. ¿Cómo llegaron los rivales? Muy viciosos, ¿no? ¿De dónde es usted? De Quito. Son muy viciosos, ¿no es cierto? Pero sí le ganamos. Amigos, saludos. Bueno amigos, volvemos a la transmisión. Mil gracias. Dios le bendiga mucho. Vamos a ver los últimos. Queremos ver también la reacción de Estados Unidos. Veremos la reacción de Argentina, la reacción de México y de Brasil. Así que pendientes. Vamos, Argentina. Ecuador win este rey. Ecuador mucho bueno. Ecuador el best. Ecuador el mejor. Ecuador el alma. Cuídense. Vamos, saludos a Ashmi, Viera, Espinosa Eduardo, saludos, Clever Javier Sánchez, saludos amigos, gracias por la sintonía. 100.000 seguidores en una sola presentación. Mil gracias. Delfín Morales, claro que sí, Ecuador el mejor, Ecuador el bueno. Un gustazo, regresamos. Y acá están nuestros rivales Senegal. Que tengan, nos vemos luego desde el partido en Estados Unidos que juega a las 10 de la noche. Estados Unidos, también estaremos ahí. Un gustazo, saludos a Eni Silo, saludos a Daniel Hernández, Jacqueline Guayasaka, saludos amigos. Freddy, sí, que tenga más humildad. Ahí lo vamos a ver cuando toque Senegal con Ecuador. Ahí nos enfrentaremos. A Senegal y Ecuador nos enfrentaremos. Como ustedes ven, hay mucho ecuatoriano también viniendo a ver con su camisetita, muchos ecuatorianos que han llegado acá a ver a los rivales. Y también hay bastante mexicano. Como siempre, los mexicanos. You play with Ecuador next time. You play with Ecuador. Ecuador, ya. Yeah, good. México presente como siempre. Saludos mexicanos, acá están, ya en la entrada. También hay gente de Qatar viviendo de todas partes, Italia, apoyando a sus diferentes equipos. Un mensaje de Piedad Peñaranda. Orgullosamente Guadaseña envía un saludo para usted, don Giovanni, y que viva nuestra selección ecuatoriana. De esa trata. Vamos a clasificar lindo, orgullosamente Guadaseña. Yo también soy orgullosamente guadaseño y todo el tiempo estoy con la camiseta guadaseña, excepto el tiempo que juega la selección. He estado vistiendo mi camiseta guadaseña con mucho orgullo, con mucha tradición. Volvemos con más información, un gustazo. Where's Ecuador? Good. Ecuador, good. Ecuador win yesterday, Qatar. You scared Ecuador or no? You scared Ecuador? No scared Ecuador? You not scared Ecuador, okay? Oh, you win. Ecuador win you. Bueno amigos, dice que no tiene miedo a Ecuador, pero sabe que Ecuador ganó, hizo un buen partido y no será nada fácil. Vamos con un saludo más a los últimos llegados. Saludos José Alonso Barrios, desde El Salvador, Centroamérica. Saludos Jaime Junior. Saludos desde Rioja, capital de la Argentina presente. Saludos, un fuerte abrazo desde México. Dice del... Saludos José Alejandro. Vamos, ellos son rivales de Ecuador. Ramiro, saludos desde mi amado. Saludos Luis Ondello, saludos Francisco Meléndez, saludos a Alex Gómez, saludos. Ok, Ecuador. Todos ellos dicen que no tienen miedo. Ecuador, saludos. Ayer ganó Ecuador. Contento por la ganancia. ¿Cómo llegaron los rivales? Muy viciosos, ¿no? ¿De dónde es usted? De Quito. Son muy viciosos, ¿no es cierto? Pero sí le ganamos. Amigos, saludos. Bueno amigos, volvemos a la transmisión. Mil gracias. Dios le bendiga mucho. Vamos a ver los últimos. Queremos ver también la reacción de Estados Unidos. Veremos la reacción de Argentina, la reacción de México y de Brasil. Así que pendientes. Vamos, Argentina. Ecuador win yesterday. Ecuador mucho bueno. Ecuador el best. Ecuador el mejor. Ecuador el alma. Cuídense. Vamos, saludos a Ashmi, Hiela, Espinosa Eduardo, saludos, Clever Javier Sánchez, saludos amigos, gracias por la sintonía. 100,000 seguidores en una sola presentación. Mil gracias. Delfín Morales, claro que sí, Ecuador el mejor, Ecuador el bueno. Un gustazo, regresamos. Y acá están nuestros rivales Senegal. Que tengan, nos vemos luego desde el partido de Estados Unidos que juega a las 10 de la noche. Estados Unidos, también estaremos ahí. Un gustazo. Saludos a Eni Silo, saludos a Daniel Hernández, Jacqueline Guayasaka, saludos amigos. Freddy, sí, que tengan más humildad. Ahí lo vamos a ver cuando toque Senegal con Ecuador. Ahí nos enfrentaremos. A Senegal y Ecuador nos enfrentaremos. Como ustedes ven, hay mucho ecuatoriano también viniendo a ver con su camisetita. Mucho ecuatoriano que ha llegado acá a ver a los rivales. Y también hay bastante mexicano. Como siempre, los mexicanos. You play with Ecuador next time. You play with Ecuador. Ecuador, ya. Yeah, good. México presente como siempre. Saludos mexicanos, acá están. Ya en la entrada. También hay gente de Qatar viviendo de todas partes, Italia, apoyando a sus diferentes equipos. Un mensaje de Piedad Peñaranda. Orgullosamente Guaraseña envía un saludo para usted, don Giovanni, y que viva nuestra selección ecuatoriana. De eso trata. Vamos a clasificar lindo, orgullosamente Guaraseña. Yo también soy orgullosamente guaraseño y todo el tiempo estoy con la camiseta guaraseña, excepto el tiempo que juega la selección. He estado vistiendo mi camiseta guaraseña con mucho orgullo, con mucha tradición. Volvemos con más información, un gustazo. Where's Ecuador? Good. Ecuador, good. Ecuador win yesterday, Qatar. You scared Ecuador or no? You scared Ecuador? No scared Ecuador? no es que el Ecuador, ok. Oh, you win, Ecuador win you. Bueno, amigos, dice que no tiene miedo a Ecuador, pero sabe que Ecuador ganó, hizo un buen partido y no será nada fácil. Vamos con un saludo a los últimos llegados. Saludos José Alonso Varios, desde El Salvador, Centroamérica. Saludos Jaime Junior, saludos Isaac Mancera, saludos El Seo, saludos René, saludos desde Rioja, capital de la Argentina presente. Saludos, un fuerte abrazo desde México. Dice del... Saludos José Alejandro. Vamos, ellos son rivales de Ecuador. Ramiro, saludos desde mi amado. Saludos Luis Ondello, saludos Francisco Meléndez, saludos a Alex Gómez, saludos. Ok, Ecuador. Todos ellos dicen que no tienen miedo. Ecuador, saludos. Ayer ganó Ecuador. Contento por la ganancia. ¿Cómo llegaron los rivales? Muy viciosos, ¿no? ¿De dónde es usted? De Quito. Son muy viciosos, ¿no es cierto? Pero sí le ganamos. Sí ganamos. Amigos, saludos. Bueno, amigos, volvemos a la transmisión. Mil gracias. Dios le bendiga mucho. Vamos a ver los últimos. Queremos ver también la reacción de Estados Unidos. Veremos la reacción de Argentina, la reacción de México y de Brasil. Así que pendientes. Vamos, Argentina. Ecuador win este rey. Ecuador mucho bueno. Ecuador el best. Ecuador el mejor. Ecuador el alma. Vamos, saludos a Ashmik, Hiera, Espinosa Eduardo, saludos, Clever Javier Sánchez, saludos amigos, gracias por la sintonía. 100,000 seguidores en una sola presentación. Mil gracias. Delfín Morales, claro que sí, Ecuador el mejor, Ecuador el bueno. Un gustazo, regresamos. Y acá están nuestros rivales Senegal. Que tengan, nos vemos luego desde el partido de Estados Unidos que juega a las 10 de la noche. Estados Unidos, también estaremos ahí. Un gustazo. Saludos a Eni Silo, saludos a Daniel Hernández, Jacqueline Guayasaka, saludos amigos. Freddy, sí, que tenga más humildad. Ahí lo vamos a ver cuando toque Senegal con Ecuador. Ahí nos enfrentaremos. A Senegal y Ecuador nos enfrentaremos. Como ustedes ven, hay mucho ecuatoriano también viniendo a ver con su camisetita. Muchos ecuatorianos que han llegado acá a ver a los rivales. Y también hay bastante mexicanos. Como siempre, los mexicanos. You play with Ecuador next time. You play with Ecuador. Ecuador, ya. Yeah, good. México presente como siempre. Saludos mexicanos, acá están. Ya en la entrada. También hay gente de QATAR viviendo de todas partes, Italia, apoyando a sus diferentes equipos. Un mensaje de Piedad Peñaranda. Orgullosamente Guadaseña envía un saludo para usted, don Giovanni, y que viva nuestra selección ecuatoriana. De esa trata. Vamos a clasificar lindo, orgullosamente Guadaseña. Yo también soy orgullosamente guadaseño y todo el tiempo estoy con la camiseta guadaseña, excepto el tiempo que juega la selección. He estado vistiendo mi camiseta guadaseña con mucho orgullo, con mucha tradición. Volvemos con más información, un gustazo. Where's Ecuador? Good. Ecuador, good. Ecuador win yesterday Qatar. You scared Ecuador or no? You scared Ecuador? No scared Ecuador? You no scared Ecuador, okay? Oh, you win. Ecuador win you. Bueno amigos, dice que no tiene miedo a Ecuador, pero sabe que Ecuador ganó, hizo un buen partido y no será nada fácil. El Salvador, Centroamérica. Saludos Jaime Junio. Saludos Isaac Mancera. Saludos El Seo. Saludos René. Saludos desde Rioja, capital de la Argentina. Argentina presente. Saludos, un fuerte abrazo desde México. Dice del... Saludos José Alejandro. Vamos, ellos son rivales de Ecuador. Ramiro, saludos. Saludos desde mi amado. Saludos Luis Ondello, saludos Francisco Meléndez, saludos a Alex Gómez, saludos. Ok, Ecuador. Todos ellos dicen que no tienen miedo. Ecuador, saludos. Ayer ganó Ecuador. Contento por la ganancia. ¿Cómo llegaron los rivales? Muy viciosos, ¿no? ¿De dónde es usted? De Quito. Son muy viciosos, ¿no es cierto? Pero sí le ganamos. Amigos, saludos. Bueno amigos, volvemos a la transmisión. Mil gracias. Dios le bendiga mucho. Vamos a ver los últimos. Queremos ver también la reacción de Estados Unidos. Veremos la reacción de Argentina, la reacción de México y de Brasil. Así que pendientes. Vamos, Argentina. Ecuador, Willy es el rey. Ecuador mucho bueno. Ecuador el best. Ecuador el mejor. Ecuador el alma. Cuídense. Vamos, saludos a Ashmi, Viera, Espinosa Eduardo, saludos, Clever Javier Sánchez, saludos amigos, gracias por la sintonía. 100,000 seguidores en una sola presentación. Mil gracias. Delfín Morales, claro que sí, Ecuador el mejor, Ecuador el bueno. Un gustazo, regresamos. Y acá están nuestros rivales Senegal. Nos vemos luego desde el partido de Estados Unidos que juega a las 10 de la noche. Estados Unidos, también estaremos ahí. Un gustazo. Saludos a Eni. Sí.
since he's been back in management with the Netherlands. They've got their swagger back. They've got that Dutch arrogance back, and I think that they can go really far in this competition, possibly even win it. I really do, but they'll want to get off to a fast start.
And they'll be tested by Senegal. Their players at the moment are just lining up for the obligatory pre-match photo. They are in white shirts with a sort of V-shape across the top of the front of the shirt, with the familiar colours of the green, yellow and red that belong to the Senegalese flag. Actually, inside this stadium, before any of the fans came in, it almost felt a little bit like a home stadium for them. There are lots of green, red and white seats. The giant flags have now been wrapped up. They are being moved off the field. A classic sort of Louis van Gaal lineup as well for the Netherlands for this first game of World Cup 2022 for them. Andries Noppert, the Herenveen goalkeeper, makes his debut for his country at the age of 28, playing in a World Cup. He stands at 6 foot 8 inches tall. He's not been a regular in club football for 9 seasons prior to this season. He's now number 1 at Herenveen, and he's in goal for the Netherlands this afternoon. Back three of Matthijs de Ligt, Virgil van Dijk and Manchester City's Nathan Ake. 2 sets of players just changing ends, so the Netherlands will play from left to right as we look at it in the first half. Denzel Dumfries is their flying right wing-back who plays for Inter Milan. Daley Blind, you'd say less of a flyer, playing on the left-hand side. Steven Berghuis and the very talented Frankie de Jong, with Cody Gakpo ahead of them, who's having some season again for PSV. Manchester United interested in him. One of the players possibly who really could stand up and show what he's got at this tournament. Steven Bergwijn and Vincent Janssen, former Tottenham striker Vincent Janssen, leads the line for the Netherlands because Memphis Depay is not quite ready to go.
Yeah, and I mean, he will be their focal point. I suppose there's a lot of Tottenham fans who would be wondering how on earth he's playing in this World Cup with this form, at Tottenham, but he's been pretty prolific at Antwerp. But looking forward to watching Gakpo and Bergwijn buzz in and around him, and everything in the Dutch team will go through Frankie de Jong in that quarterback role in midfield. But I'm looking forward to watching Mane's replacement. Crepin?
Yes.
Diatta.
Yeah,
versatile player. Play out on that right-hand side. Ismail Assar will play on the left-hand side for Senegal, and they could cause the Dutch 1 or 2 problems.
So we're underway in the Ufamama Stadium, 5 Live and BBC Sound. Second World Cup commentary this Monday. You may well be on the move back home, just gone 4 o'clock in the UK. That's where the BBC Sounds app is so vital to you. Take the World Cup with you wherever you go. People coming back from work, they'll be out walking the dog, Chris. They'll be going out, heading to the shops, going to go and buy something for tea. You can have us on at all times on your device. Get the BBC Sounds app and you can listen into these World Cup commentaries. We have still got Wales against the USA to come this evening. I'll give you the full Senegalese lineup in just a second. De Ligt has lost the ball early on. It's played into the Dutch penalty area, and Dia hits the first shot of the game. He's tackled as he does so, and Senegal, within 50 seconds of the start here, have just seen a sight of that Dutch goal, and they've won themselves an early corner.
There's actually not a great pass from Van Dijk out to De Ligt on the Dutch right-hand side. Sarr pinches the ball off him, fires the ball into Boulaye Dia, who gets his shot off. Not a great first touch, but the shot was blocked. A chance for Senegal.
So Senegal, attacking the goal away to our left-hand side. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Third World Cup for Senegal. At the last 2, they have won their opening game both times. Famously, I'm sure you'll remember, back in 2002 against the then world champions France. Did it also against Poland 4 years ago in Russia. Corner into the near post. That is powerfully headed away. Then Steven Bergwijn uses his right foot to flick the ball over his shoulder. Left back Sabali brings it forward for Senegal down the right-hand side. They play back towards the halfway line. Very familiar Premier League midfield 3 for them. Nampali Mendy of Leicester, Idrissa Gueye of Everton, and Cheikhou Kouyaté now of Nottingham Forest. They're in the midfield 3. Their back 4 is Sabali as the right back. Abdou Diallo, you'd normally see as a centre-back for Leipzig. He's playing at left back. Koulibaly, the captain, and Pape Abdou Cissé are the 2 centre-backs, with Ismail Assar of Watford, Crepin Diatta, Chris has mentioned, of Monaco, and Boulaye Dia, who's currently playing his club football in Italy for Salernitana on loan from Villarreal. He leads the line as the big number 9. So a couple of minutes into the game, it's starting to settle. The playing surface looks like an absolute carpet. Aliou Cissé, who captained Senegal at the 2002 World Cup, has been their manager for over 7 years now. He's out there in a grey tracksuit, Senegal written in black block capitals on the back of that. Long hair coming out of the back of the black
he would
baseball
have
cap.
Senegal written on the back of it.
Yeah, it'd be silly if he didn't, wouldn't it? Well, he could have his name on the back of it, Chris. Chris is in form early on, good to see. And Nathan Ake is on the ball for the Netherlands. 4-3-3 they played in qualifying, but Louis van Gaal switched it at the start of this year for the Nations League campaign, which was hugely successful. Drums thrumming away in the background here. Patient Dutch possession inside their own half. Shiny, silky orange shirts. Van Dijk with a long diagonal ball up towards the edge of the area. Very nearly ran for Janssen off the boot of Bergwijn, but it's a chance for Senegal to clear down the left with Diallo. Van Dijk forward quickly to win it. Janssen just lays it off to Denzel Dumfries. Dumfries plays it to his right-hand side and finds Gakpo. It'll be interesting to see which positions he takes up in this game. Tall, rangy, quick forward. He goes down to the floor, but the Netherlands win a throw on the right.
Here's a good play, Gakpo. Looks like he's going to position himself just behind Janssen. And Bergwijn looks like he's going to play as a central striker. We'll see Bergwijn make those movements in behind Janssen, come towards the ball, and Gakpo more or less in a free roll.
De Ligt's ball, turn around the corner, early chance. Gakpo plays it across goal, and the Netherlands can't stick it away. Janssen tries to get there, hits it with his left foot. That shot is blocked. The ball spins up in the air. It's 10 yards outside the Senegalese penalty area. It was Gakpo's ball across the face of goal, and no one could get the crucial touch to give the Netherlands the lead.
Yeah, I think Gakpo, though, in that position has to be more selfish. He was one-on-one. It's a nice touch from Janssen, which released him in the right-hand side. On the right-hand side of the area, he's onside, takes a touch, and he's trying to square the ball to Bergwijn, but it was a little bit too heavy. But in that position, is he 10, 12 yards out? Not the most difficult angle. Why did he not go for goal there? Chance for the Dutch.
He's definitely got the confidence to do so. 13 goals already this season for PSV Eindhoven. 21 goals in all competitions last season. Daley Blind quick to the ball, wins it for the Netherlands. They're on the move in the inside left channel. Bergwijn with a little bit of skill just plays the pass beyond Vincent Janssen. There's QATAR outside of his right foot. Feeds the ball away to the right-hand side. Senegal have possession back inside their own half. And here's Chelsea's Kalidou Koulibaly, the skipper, in his bright orange boots, which match the opposition shirts. He floats a pass away over to the left wing. 5 minutes into the game. Drums a constant background beat. Still a fair few empty seats around the stadium as well. And it remains Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. And just in case you didn't know, and you've totally missed it, England 6, Iran 2 in the first 5 live commentary of the World Cup this afternoon. Dia challenging Van Dijk in the air. Dia wins the header. Kouyate's trying to get onto the end of the knockdown. He beats Ake to it. Plays the pass back to the right-hand side. Senegal have it with Sabali, the right back. Plays it out to the right. High floated cross into the far post. And goalkeeper Noppert stays on his line. He's happy to watch that go. Picked up by Idrissa Gueye. Senegal have it wide on the left, and Abdou Diallo plays back to the halfway line to Mendy. Pass up the middle of the pitch. A little bit of skill there. Heavy challenge from Matthijs de Ligt. He's coming hard on Watford's Ismaïla Sarr, and that'll be a free kick to Senegal.
Yeah, wonderful turn from Ismaïla Sarr. Draws de Ligt in, drifts past him, and an opportunity now for Senegal from a central position to try and work something.
So free kick about 10 yards inside the Dutch half. Our referee is Wilton Sampaio, a Brazilian who wasn't happy with where Senegal have positioned the ball for the free kick, even though they've gone 7-8 yards further back and placed it in the centre circle. They're taking their time over this one. Idrissa Gueye eventually gets there, rolls a low pass to his left-hand side. Again, deep cross towards the far post is beyond everyone. Kouyaté goes striding out to the right to keep the ball in play. Plays it back down the touchline. Here's Sarr on the turn. That's Ismaïla Sarr. Ball is played out to the right. That cross comes in. Noppert, giant goalkeeper, again stays on his line. It was the centre-back Cissé who stretched for it, couldn't get a touch. Pressure from Senegal again. Another Far post cross comes into that penalty area. This time it's Diatta who chases to try and keep the ball in play. He can't do so. Throw in for the Netherlands in their left-back position. 7.5 minutes gone. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0.
Is it nervy? Noppert there. I think he should come and get that. The ball's crossed in from the right-hand side. Inside the 6-yard line, 3 or 4 yards out. You'd like your goalkeeper to come and claim that. I mean, it's such an interesting call, isn't it, from Louis van Gaal. Likes a left field call at times, doesn't he?
Yeah, debut for the goalkeeper. Remco Pasveer, 39 years old, has been in goal most recently. He's on the bench, but he's only won 2 caps. Didn't bring Jasper Cillessen, who's an extremely experienced goalkeeper. He didn't even make the squad. And as we said, Vincent Janssen starting up top, but partly that is down to the fact that Memphis Depay not fit to start this first game of the tournament, and he has been in sparkling goal-scoring form for his country in recent times. Senegal have the ball inside their own half. It's driven long by Pape Abdou Cissé. Van Dijk commanding in the air, wins the header, little flick pass into central midfield. Bergwijn plays it back here to Frankie de Jong. De Jong sweeps a pass low out to the left to Daley Blind. Blind plays back towards his own penalty area. Nathan Ake is chased and put under pressure. Now the goalkeeper, Noppert, has the ball at his feet. Louis van Gaal certainly wants a goalkeeper who can play with his feet, and Netherlands taking risks on the edge of their own box. They've given the ball away, and QATAR tries to slide one in here to Sarr on the turn with the curler over the bar, and behind it goes for a goal kick to the Netherlands. 0-0.
Yeah, trying to play out from the back. The Netherlands, they'll try and do that. But it's Sarr. Actually, it's a really sharp turn and left-footed. It's a poor effort centrally, 22, 23 yards out. Should really try and work. Noppert, the Dutch goalkeeper.
Blint's long ball over the top. Janssen chases. That'll get away from him. Other goalkeeper will be very recognisable to our listeners as well. Edouard Mendy, who's in a very vivid sort of dark blue goalkeeping outfit. Short sleeve. Lovely cool temperatures now. It's 7:10 in the evening here in Doha, so that real sort of searing heat of the middle of the day and the afternoon has disappeared. Shirt sleeve weather still though, and Netherlands on the ball just inside the Senegalese half and trying to build play and working it out to Dumfries. He's got a bit of space to work with on the right hand side. Dumfries whips the cross in. Mendy is there. That's an easy claim for him on the edge of his 6-yard box. And one thing we do know about Senegal, we certainly saw it with them earlier in the year when they won the Africa Cup of Nations. They are extremely strong at the back, but one of the players is that Cissé, Chris, is down, possibly having taken a whack to the face.
Yep, he's down on his knees holding his mouth, so I don't actually know what happened. Maybe some sort of coming together. He's not happy actually about something, having a word with the referee.
Just getting a close-up on Cissé there. Can't see any blood drawn.
He could still have been whacked.
No, absolutely, Chris, yeah. And it was very worrying scenes earlier on today, wasn't it, with the Iranian goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Who actually, I mean, obviously that was a very serious situation. We were big fans of him at the last World Cup, Ali Reza Bayram fan, but it took them a long time to get him off the field today, having taken a really heavy whack to the head. England beating Iran by 6-2. Wales against the USA, our third commentary this evening. Ian Dennis and Dion Dublin with that one. Kick-off at 7 o'clock tonight, 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Back underway, Koulibaly's ball downfield. De Ligt wins the header. We weren't sure whether De Ligt was actually going to start this game for the Netherlands. There's a collision there, 2 players down, 1 from each team inside the Dutch half. Referee's playing advantage, he's not spotted it. And Vincent Janssen might be able to get onto this ball on the right-hand side. He's there. Stab tackle from Koulibaly, stops him for an instant. Then Senegal clear, meaty clearance out to the left. Out for a throw in. Ismaila Sarr slowly picks himself to his feet.
There's it coming together, Sarr and is it Dumfries? A collision. Sarr hobbling. Senegal can't do without him. He's their main attacker, best attacker. The onus is on him to really produce those moments for Senegal. Just losing Mane, such a big blow, wasn't it?
Oh, massive. Throw in from Dumfries into that Senegalese half. QATAR jumps and wins the header. Dumfries nods it forward again. Front forward by Mendy. Bounces awkwardly just outside the Dutch penalty area. Van Dijk heads it to his left, but Ake wasn't there for him, so Dia is onto it, the Senegalese centre-forward. Holds off Van Dijk, plays the ball now to Diatta. So a lot of onus, as Chris was saying, on Diatta wide on the right-hand side, Ismaila Sarr wide on the left. Great skill from Diatta, little drag back, very nearly got him past Daley Blind. De Jong was there to help out, and then he just glides across the pitch, brings the ball away, and eventually is tackled, and the ball goes out for a throw into the Netherlands. So USA against Wales at 7 o'clock this evening, and in the build-up to that, the hours build-up after this game, some big names on their way on the station for you. Gay with his ball to the right-hand side to Dia. Played back to Mendy, edge of the box. Hits the shot. Van Dijk closed it down quickly. Offside flag was up, so there's going to be a free kick. So in the build-up to that game, Chris, you're going to hear from Gareth Bale, Tyler Adams, who's been named as the American captain for the tournament, Cliff Jones, Welsh great, and Joe Biden we will be hearing from.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
The Joe Biden?
The Joe Biden, the American president, in the build-up to Wales against the USA from 7 o'clock this evening, and Chris taking the calls much later on tonight with Robbie Savage on 6:06. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. 13 minutes in, Senegal seeing plenty of the ball and testing this Dutch defence. And here's Ismaila Sarr. Pass down the left-hand side. That's Sabali, the right back. I'm not sure he kept that in. He's popped up on the left wing. He couldn't quite keep it in, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to the Netherlands. So still 0-0, but a bright start, Chris, by the African champions.
Yes, I think it's a pretty even start. You have to say that the Netherlands have had the best chance. That Gakpo opportunity when he decided not to take a shot on and to be unselfish and square the ball to Bergwijn, who couldn't quite get on the end of his cross. The Dutch should be ahead, but the opening exchanges, Senegal have shown enough to give the Dutch a warning sign or two.
Going up to 15 minutes played. Nathan Ake, low ball out to the left-hand side to Daley Blind. Here's Frenkie de Jong, comes towards him, offers himself. He's harried, but holds on to possession, plays it back to Ake. Little scoop pass here from Steven Berghuis. Blind stretches, manages to control it. Attacking position on the left-hand side. Janssen comes to feet. Poor first touch from him. I think he might have conceded the free kick. He has, as the ball was taken off him by Nampalys Mendy. Classic example, likes of him, Mendy, who yet to start a Premier League game this season for Leicester. Always does a fantastic job for them. Hugely popular with the Leicester City fans, but really one of those who pulls on the national shirt and does a fantastic job for his country. Starting here in the World Cup, Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Drums continue beneath us. Three-tiered stadium here. Bottom tier, we've got that Senegalese band doing their work. Gakpo slides a little past to Dumfries. There's the cutback. Good defending. It's Mendy who's in there for Senegal. Clears with his left foot. Throwing for the Netherlands on the right.
Yeah, it's actually a really good opportunity for the Dutch again. And you're right, Mendy, right place at the right time on that 6-yard line. Position level with the near post to clear. Couple of opportunities the Dutch now just haven't picked the right pass.
Yeah, it was Gakpo's ball the first time when he possibly could have shot, and that was Denzel Dumfries, played in by Gakpo, and again couldn't find a teammate in the middle. Dutch in possession again. Bergwijn, nice turn, receives the pass from Blind, couldn't get the shot away. De Jong slides a low ball to Blind. Blind's high cross floats beyond everyone inside the penalty area. Gakpo uses his pace to keep this ball in play, wide on the right, tricks it into his right foot, cross comes in, headed down and wide from Daley Blind, who was attacking that at the far post, and behind it goes for a Senegalese goal kick. Chris Sutton.
Yeah, he got up really well, didn't he? Good spring. Daley Blind is getting on a bit, but left above Sabali, the Senegalese right back, just couldn't direct his header on target.
I think I saw his dad. I think it was Danny Blind we went past in the corridors, because I recognised him. He obviously didn't recognise me. No.
Yeah.
No. 17 minutes played. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Daley Blind here, playing in his third major tournament. Started all the games at the World Cup in 2014 when, as we were saying, under Louis van Gaal, they made it all the way to the semi-finals. and also started all the games at Euro 2020, which ended at the last 16 stage when they were defeated by the Czech Republic. Matthijs de Ligt sent off in that game at 0-0, and he's in action here this evening. Right-sided centre-back, looking to make amends in a major tournament. Ball is nicely worked down the right by Senegal. Sabali, the right-back's involved in a lot of the attacking manoeuvres. Pass now out to Diatta, wide on the right-hand side. Idrissa Gueye makes the run to the byline, gets the cross in, and wins Senegal a corner. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Nice interplay.
Yes, it was, and seeing Idrissa Gueye maybe play higher up than he does at club level for Everton, making a run to the byline. Ake tracking the run, getting the block, the chance in the corner for Senegal.
So white shirts and orange shirts in a big messy cluster around the penalty spot. Virgil van Dijk trying to keep an eye on his man. Corner comes in, ball bounces free, 3 times in front of Daley Blind on the half volley, clears it with his left foot. Steven Bergwijn will chase and chase hard, and he'll hold on to it, and now he's looking for support, and that's a great run from Steven Berghuis. Berghuis slides the pass in, chance here for Frankie de Jong onto his right foot, tries to lay it back to Gakpo. They can't get the shot away again, and Senegal clear, and it's out for a throw into the Netherlands on the left.
Just how wasteful have the Dutch been once again. They worked it brilliantly, didn't they, to Frankie de Jong, who tried to sit the goalkeeper down.
Gakpo's cross into the penalty area. That is headed away by Pape Abdou Cissé. Vincent Janssen on the turn, tries to get the shot away with his left foot. Nathan Ake defending high up the pitch. That's a foul. Comes through the back of Boulaye Dia. Free kick Senegal.
But initially, it was a Senegal corner, wasn't it? And the ball played up to Bergwijn, right-hand channel. Hughes had made the run beyond him. And he played a pass outstretched. Right boot to Frankie de Jong, left-hand side of the box. He had time, should have got the shot off with his left foot, chopped inside. Senegalese centre-half, and then the chance was gone. Mendy narrowed the angle, and he couldn't get his shot off. That's 2 enormous chances that the Netherlands have wasted in this game.
Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Frankie de Jong is winning his 46th cap for his country this evening. He has only ever scored 1 goal for them.
And who was that against?
Oh, that's good, Chris. Thanks for asking. Germany away in a 4-2 win in a European Championship qualifier in 2019.
I was going to say Germany.
Dumfries trying to use that pace to get away down the right. Aliou Cissé, Senegalese manager, had his left arm up. He was claiming that ball went out of play for a throw. Assistant referee not interested. Steven Berghuis has lost it on the halfway line. Idrissa Gueye with his right foot plays it to Crépin Diatta, who plays his club football for Monaco. Wide on the right for Senegal in this game. Cheikhou Kouyaté now eating up the yards as he glides forward, then looks for the low pass towards Bergwijn. That one's cut out, but the Dutch can go again with de Jong. De Jong, little layoff here to De Ligt, up to the edge of the box. Was he clipped there? Yes, says the referee. Free kick for the Netherlands. Shooting range just on the corner of the penalty area on the right-hand side as they attack. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0.
Yeah, it was Sarr who clipped De Ligt. Initially, it was a really good driving run from Frankie de Jong. Picked the ball up in his own half. Must have run 60 yards forward. Didn't quite make the pass, and as it came back to him, he just fed a cute little pass into De Ligt. He was clipped. No. It's wide, isn't it?
Berghuis could be the left footer. Cody Gakpo the right footer. It's 2 or 3 yards outside the penalty area.
Shoot or cross?
Well, 2-man wall for Senegal, standing behind the little white line of vanishing spray. So you could try and do a sneaky one and sort of bend it in at the near post. I think cross, Chris. What do you think, Chris? Cross? Waiting for the referee's whistle.
It suits a left footer, doesn't it, this one? Looks like it's Berghuis.
Yeah, Berghuis with the left foot. It is a cross, in it comes. Headed down, Sarr. Clearance only reaches the edge of the box, then hoisted away up towards the halfway line. No Senegalese player anywhere near it, so de Jong is able to go strolling back. Lovely player to watch when he's in possession of the football.
Yeah, disappointed with that free kick. From that position, I'd like to see that really, him trying to fire that in. Looking toward the back post, trying to hit that back post, get Dutch players across Mendy's eye line. Difficult for the goalkeeper. That was a little bit safe, Bruce. You don't win a World Cup by being safe.
But we are only 20 or so minutes into the first group game. Best chances have come for the Netherlands. If you are just tuning in and you want to go back and listen to any of the games so far, you can actually now do that on most smart speakers. You ask BBC Sounds to rewind. So you'd say BBC Sounds, rewind 20 minutes.
It's amazing. Isn't technology amazing?
Yeah.
I'd have to get my son to do that.
I know you would. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Dumfries trying to battle his way down the right for the Netherlands. QATAR.
I mean, that's
wrestling.
a shove.
Throws into the floor, gets away with it. Netherlands get the ball back. Berghuis tries a bit of skill. He's tackled. Good defending at the back by Diallo, but he's run the ball out of play. Throw in for the Netherlands on the right. Aliou Cisse has been a very visible figure throughout this first half, standing on the edge of the pitch. Louis van Gaal has stayed seated, tucked underneath the dugout roof below us, with the team name the Netherlands written above it. That one away to our right. Blint plays to Bergwijn. Bergwijn, diagonal ball, floated into the Senegalese penalty area. Very easy claim for the goalkeeper.
Good positioning though, wasn't it? Mendy, 10, 12 yards off his line, read the situation, and gathered that easily.
Idrissa Gueye outside of his right foot up towards Ismaila Sarr, gets a shove in the back from Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt doesn't agree, but that will be a free kick to Senegal. First 2 times these countries have ever met.
Really?
In international football, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Constantly amazed, Chris, aren't you?
Maybe that is... I'm surprised at that. The first time they've ever met.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, that's what it said in my BBC Bible, and I believe them. Ismaila Sarr brings the ball down. That was brilliant control on the right foot. Great trick onto his right foot. Oh, curling shot. It's over the bar. Headed over the bar by Virgil van Dijk. Noppert would have been tested there, and it could easily have gone off Van Dijk and into the back of the net. I think the Netherlands were looking for an offside flag, potentially, but that was wonderful from Ismaila Sarr.
Oh, the jink was brilliant, wasn't it? Past Dumfries to create that angle. Going in on his right foot, but timely header from Van Dijk.
Corner taken short. Gueye with a ballooned cross. That's headed away by Daley Blint. Diatta is there for Senegal. White shirts playing from right to left in this first half. Green numbers on their backs. Van Dijk wins the tackle. Quick bit of passing inside the Dutch half. Daley Blint clips a little ball down the line for Bergwijn. He tries to scoop it over the head of Sabali and pick it up the other side, but Koulibaly is there. Plays a little 1-2 here. Then it's played forward to Gueye. Gueye's lost it on the halfway line, and this is where the Dutch will try and counter quickly. De Jong sees space on the right-hand side. Chip ball out to Dumfries. Dumfries chests it down. He stops for a second, then rolls a pass back to Matthijs de Ligt. 25 minutes played in the first half. Second World Cup commentary of the day on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. England 6, Iran 2, and this is Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. And De Jong is on the move again, leaving defenders for dead. Plays the ball to the right. Dumfries cross, that is blocked at source, and behind it goes for a Netherlands corner.
So aware, isn't he? Frankie de Jong just sees a little gap and he drifted through that. Gakpo made a run on the inside, allowing Dumfries all that space out on the right wing for the Dutch. Hit the first man from the cross, and the Dutch have an opportunity. From a corner outswinger from Gakpo.
Gakpo gets ready to takes 4 paces back, holds his left arm in the air. Loads of Dutch fans behind that goal to the right. Corner comes in, Van Dijk's header is wide. Got good contact on it, couldn't get it on target, claims his shirt was being pulled, and behind it goes for the goal kick. Interesting to hear Gareth Southgate's comments, actually, just listening to him in an interview with John Murray after the win against Iran, talking about the penalty that England didn't get in the first half for the sort of what looked like a rugby tackle on Harry Maguire. We didn't actually see the pictures of the one that was given against England. That could be something that people want to call in about on 606 tonight, later on this
England
season.
won. Let's just hope they're happy England fans. But yes. I don't want to hear that England are going to win it off the back of one performance, Bruce. You know what they say, one swallow.
Absolutely.
And all that.
Ball up to the halfway line. Van Dijk wins the header, but this time he is penalised for a little shove in the back.
Is that me being a bit negative?
No.
Bruce, no?
No. Don't go too early. Absolutely right. Long way to go. Senegal have taken their free kick. Sabali, the right back, brings it forward. He's about 10 yards outside the Dutch penalty area. Low pass to his right to Diatta. Diatta to Idrissa Gueye. Gueye makes a run wide to the right. He's shadowed by Berghuis. Keeps the ball for Senegal. Dutch just holding Senegal at arm's length. Looking for a pass into the penalty area there to Ismaila Sarr, who's been taking up some great positions in this first half. That was intercepted, and Senegal again trying to work it down the right. Diatta's ball, that is beyond Sabali. Frankie de Jong is over there, decides to keep that in play. Moves towards his own penalty area, right down by the byline in the left-back position. Oh, Van Dijk wasn't looking. Van Dijk suddenly alert to it, gets a foot on it. The danger's not clear yet. Played back here to Gueye. Gueye hits the shot. That's blocked by de Jong. Gueye gets it back again. Turns on his heel inside the penalty area. Back to QATAR. Might be a chance to hit one here for Mendy. He decides to just clip a low pass out to his right-hand side. Diatta brings it in onto his left foot, drags the shot wide. That's behind for a goal kick. And that was nearly Dutch disaster.
Yes, it was. Do you know what? I mean, Frankie de Jong running back towards his goal on his own byline, but Van Dijk turns his back. I don't think it was de Jong who got it wrong. I think it was Van Dijk who got it wrong. Turns his back on de Jong, and all of a sudden you think, blimey, what an opportunity for Senegal. But de Jong got out well and made the block.
De Ligt's ball across to Nathan Ake. Senegal drop off towards the halfway line. 16 minutes remaining in the first half here at the Ufamama Stadium, just south of Doha city centre. Very striking stadium from the outside, a sort of lace network, lace skin all across it, lit up in the night skies. The ball is played low here to Daley Blind.
Yeah, we got there nice and early, didn't we? About 9 hours before kick-off.
Yeah. Well, it's advisable, Chris. You don't want to get stuck in traffic.
Yeah. No, we certainly didn't. I mean, you roared out of the car park, didn't you?
Yeah, just get used to
Starsky and
the
Hutch. Won't we come out of the car park?
Blind, low pass into the edge of the box. Bergwijn holds Koulibaly off. Koulibaly lays it back to de Jong. De Jong opens his body up. First time pass out to the right. Dumfries can't keep it in play. And that's a throw-in for Senegal. So half an hour gone, 0-0.
I really like Steven Bergwijn as a player. I think he's very good in that situation where he's backing into Koulibaly, but I think he's a box of tricks as well, and maybe slightly unfortunate at Tottenham that things didn't work out as he would have liked. He would have liked more game time, but Ajax now and doing pretty decent things.
Van Dijk's lofted a ball forward. Janssen wrestling there with Cisse, and the decision goes against Cisse. That'll be a free kick to the Netherlands.
A little bit harsh, 6-1.
Yeah.
I mean, both players using their arms as just the bigger fella there. Cisse was too strong.
Yeah. Janssen had his arm low and was gripping Cisse's shirt, and I'm not sure the assistant referee could see that. And Cisse, because he's 6'6" tall, had his arm sort of across Janssen, across his shoulder and across his face, and the Netherlands have won a free kick in a fairly similar
position to the earlier one. But come on, I mean,
bit braver.
You've got to whip this one in with pace, whether it's Gakpo right-footed or Berghuis left-footed. It suits a left-footer. Okay. Whip it in across the goalkeeper's eye line. Dutch attackers get across that eye line. Very difficult then for Mendy.
Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Dutch free kick. Brazilian referee just wanders over to have a word with a couple of players inside the penalty area. One of those is Daley Blind, and he's not going to blow his whistle until he's finished that conversation. He's ready to go now. He's got an eye on everyone inside that Senegalese box. Now it's Gakpo's delivery, high one towards the far post. Mendy, it's beyond him. It's headed away by QATAR. Chased out to the right by Sabali. Sabali clears with his right foot. There's Diatta. That's good football. Plays it back to QATAR. Senegal have it inside their own half. Dutch trying to close it down. Van Dijk is almost in the number 10 role there at the moment. Stays in his defensive position. Then he backs off, and Senegal bring the ball out and away down the left-hand side. Left back is Abdou Diallo. Normally plays as a centre-back for Leipzig. Curling pass with his left foot. Van Dijk's got it covered. Looking for a bit of communication with his goalkeeper. Knocks the ball straight out of play.
He played it safe. Yeah, Diallo's an interesting one because he would rather, if you asked him, We won't get the chance to ask him, but he'd tell you that he'd rather play centre-half is on loan from PSG at Leipzig, but he can play as a left-back.
Here he is, he's taken the throw and he's got the ball back from the centre-forward Dia. Dia on the corner of the Dutch box, left-hand side. Little pass to Ismail Sarr. Sarr's ball is beyond QATAR, but comes back here. Driven shot from the right-back Sabali, easily saved by Andries Nopper.
He's 30 yards out. He's got 10-15 yards where he could run into that space. He's going for gold there, but come on. Bit of initiative. Drive the space and then take your shot from closer.
12 minutes remaining in the first half. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Virgil van Dijk looking a little...
I tell you, he's sloppy, hasn't he? So far this evening, you know, this season for Liverpool, I don't think he's been at his very best. And I think a few people have said, you know, with Virgil van Dijk, is he saving himself for the World Cup? But started slightly lax.
Yeah, that pass out to the right-hand side didn't have enough on it. Dumfries was tackled. Then Van Dijk makes up for it. A throw-in comes in. Van Dijk races forward, gets in ahead of Dia and knocks the ball out of play for another throw into Senegal. 12 minutes remaining in the first half. That's a good ball to Diallo. Dumfries sticks with him, and then surely that's a tap tackle. Yeah, Diallo got his hand on him, brings Dumfries down, and that'll be a free kick.
He's lucky not to get a yellow card there, isn't he?
Yeah, but cynical.
Do you get a yellow card for a little
tap tackle?
Tap tackle.
Well, in rugby you're allowed to tackle like that, Chris, with your hands.
Yeah, but
you can't.
I don't know whether
trip
you've
with your feet.
noticed. This isn't rugby.
Van Dijk striding.
Leave the wing backs really wide, don't they? On the touchline, Blind on the left, Dumfries on the right, and they're looking for the likes of Berghuis and De Jong to get on the ball. Quick switches of play.
Ball up towards Bergwijn. Koulibaly is with him. Bergwijn got the first touch. Koulibaly's taking it off him. Clears with his right foot. Intercepted by De Jong. Beautiful control in mid-air on his right heel. Gets it back from Ake. Quickly down the left-hand side to Blind. Blind infield to Bergwijn. Bright orange socks rolled down. Wide to Blind. First time cross into the far post. Dumfries heads it across goal. Janssen back to goal. Trying to lay it off here to Gakpo. Gakpo sticks a foot up. Plays the ball back to the edge of the box. Berghuis out to the left. Now it's back with De Jong. De Jong's curling ball in. Janssen with the flick header. Glances off his head. In fact, it was a defensive header away and behind for a Netherlands corner.
Was it Koulibaly who just did enough? Not a great crossing position as the ball's worked out to De Jong. But it's good movement from Janssen. Just gets across. In fact, as Papa Cisse, and the ball flicks off Papa Cisse's head and behind.
10 minutes remaining in the first half. 5 Live and BBC Sounds at World Cup 2022. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Gakpo with the corner into the near post, just over the head of Dumfries. Very nearly got the touch. Ball now here with Gakpo. Cross comes in from the right, cleared away. And again, Gakpo is there first for the Netherlands.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that. Some bloke just walked right across our eye line, Bruce, didn't he?
Well, that's what Juliette Farrington's here for. Did you see that, by the way, with the water bottle?
Yeah.
Cool. He was told in no uncertain terms, and he's gone. And I don't think we'll be seeing him back there again. Blint's cross in. That's way over the crossbar. I think he might have been put off as well there.
Yeah.
And he's gone behind for a goal
frankly,
kick.
he's not welcome.
Senegal 0, Netherlands 0.
You sort of talked this up a bit, haven't you? Our World Cup. I knew because of what you said yesterday. You talked about the Russian World Cup and all the great games we had.
Yeah. Chris, it's early.
Oh, and aren't we lucky?
Just relax.
Look, it's 0-0.
Just relax. I've enjoyed this so far. The whole experience so far. Sharing the flat with you, watching the football so far this evening. Two good teams going head-to-head. Dutch not quite been able to find the clinical final ball when they've had the attacking positions. Free kick is given against Nathan Ake for a shove in the back on Diatta, and Senegal will have a free kick inside the Dutch half, and it remains Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Yeah, that was a little feature we did on the World Cup Daily podcast. Goes without saying, of course, you need to get yourself subscribed to that. All the reaction, debate and analysis every single day from this World Cup will be right there for you at the close of play, first thing the following morning. So make sure you're listening to that throughout the World Cup. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Senegal have it just inside the Dutch half. That's Diatta. Diatta puts it up in the air. Diallo has to challenge for that with two Dutch players. Dumfries won the header. The ball is loose on the halfway line. Berghuis goes chasing. Cisse, giant centre-back for Senegal, just plays a pass back to Mendy. Now into the feet of Idrissa Gueye of Everton. Dummies a pass, switches it to the left-hand side. Berghuis still chasing. Now Diallo with his left foot. Floated ball down the left, easily headed away by De Ligt. Senegal pick up the bits and pieces. Kouyaté back to his centre-back Cisse, and Cisse comes back to his goalkeeper.
It hasn't quite happened for Senegal in that final third, but you sense something could happen, and they've shown enough, haven't they, in this first 38 minutes to make sure that the Dutch defenders are really switched on.
Cisse's ball forward. Sarr jumps with De Ligt. Neither of them get a touch. Sarr is first to it, wide on the left. Looks like he was fouled by De Ligt. Referee wants to play the advantage. Dia, the centre forward, is there. Side-footed ball with his right foot. Back into midfield. Gueye again to Ismaila Sarr. Sarr with the short sleeve shirt. Loosely untucked. Hangs over his shorts. Low pass back to Gueye. Gueye to Mendy. Mendy stretches to play his pass to Diallo. Diallo looks up. Thought about an early delivery from the left. Just holds on to it, shuffles forward down the left-hand side. Nice bit of skill from Diatta, who suddenly appeared on the left wing, having been playing on the right for most of the first half. Little 1-2 here with Idrissa Gueye, who again, as Chris has been saying, a little further forward for Senegal than we often see him for Everton. Gakpo intercepts. Janssen plays it to Dumfries. Slip passing from the Dutch, and they're starting to make quick progression downfield. De Jong crosses the halfway line, runs beyond the ball, throws a dummy, beats Kouyaté. Low pass to his right, finds Dumfries. Dumfries has Janssen, edge of the box, lays it back. Berghuis with the drive over the bar. Mendy have it covered.
That's when they've looked at their best, when they've broken out and they've counter-attacked. Clever little ball in from Dumfries to Janssen, back to goal, 18 yards out. He feeds the ball. I think he should have taken the pace off it a little bit, but he fizzes it into Berghuis, who then has to take a touch and shoots it a yard or two over the bar, but should be working Mendy in the Senegal goal.
Mendy's got the ball at his feet. They've taken the goal kick short. He's now cleared with his right foot. Great leap by Sarr. He's going to chase and win his own flick on there, and here he is in space on the left-hand side. Dia calls for it early, doesn't get it. Sarr still has it, just creeps into the Dutch penalty. Oh, great cross, and Ake's there with the right foot to clear the ball high in the air, with I think Diatta lurking behind him and looking to stick it away. Sarr goes down. Was he fouled, Chris?
Yes, he was. And you know, he's too much for De Ligt. Those 1v1 situations, he uses his body so well. De Ligt, too eager, gets really tight, and on a couple of occasions so far this evening, Sarr knows he's coming. I mean, there he's just shoved over, but he's causing problems. Sarr is. He needed to step up with Mane in the team. The beauty of Sarr, we're just seeing that cross again. So earlier in the half he chopped back in on his right foot, but he can go the other way and whipped in a really good cross, faced Van Dijk up and whipped in a really good cross with his left foot. Ake did well, he was well positioned to clear.
5 minutes remaining in the first half. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. So Senegal have this free kick wide on the left.
We haven't seen Nopper really worked, have we?
No. Well, there was the Sarr shot that was headed over the bar. But yeah, exactly. So he didn't have to make a save there. Might have tested him that. On his debut for the Netherlands in the World Cup. Only recently called into the squad by Louis van Gaal. He likes to go funky with his goalkeepers sometimes. Famously in 2014 brought Tim Krul on for that penalty shootout. That's a poor free kick. Headed away by De Jong easily. Senegal regained possession on the halfway line. Here's Sabali. Low driven pass goes skidding across the turf. Poorly struck, and it goes out for a throw into Netherlands on the right. 4 more commentaries coming your way on 5 Live and BBC Sounds tomorrow. 10 in the morning, Argentina against Saudi Arabia. A lot of people have Argentina down as possible winners. Lionel Messi playing in his 5th. A lot of people, Chris. A lot of people, pundits.
That would name one.
Well, you know, people. 1 o'clock, Denmark, Tunisia. Mexico, Poland. 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And then you and I, Chris, will watch the defending champions, France, get their campaign underway. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock kickoff UK time.
France reserves Australia. It will be. All their players out, but don't fancy the Aussies at all.
3 minutes remaining in the first half here. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. De Ligt's clearance with his right foot. Up towards Bergwijn, chests it down. Janssen can't control it. De Ligt gets another chance. Pass to De Jong. De Jong under pressure.
A lovely mover, isn't he?
Just
graceful.
Yeah, exactly, Chris. 2 men on him
Nimble.
there. Yeah. Just never looks troubled, never looks rushed, always in control.
Lovely balance.
Yeah. Where's this leading? I can see this leading to a punchline here. Van Dijk out to Dumfries. Vincent Janssen drops a little bit deeper. Flick from Gakpo, trying to work it with a back heel down the right-hand side. Throw in for Senegal in their left-back position. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
He hasn't been as prominent as Louis van Gaal would have liked Gakpo. He started off in that position just behind the Dutch strikers, but tended to drift as the half has gone on. But yeah, not much has come from him, really. Had that opportunity early on when he should have been selfish. I don't often say that, Bruce. Don't like selfish, but he should have gone himself.
Been tackled here, Gakpo, but Netherlands have the ball again. Berghuis plays back to Ake. Ake had to chase that inside his own half. Diatta breathing down his neck. Back he comes to his goalkeeper, Noppert, all in bright green. Gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes long here, looking for Janssen with the ball over the top. Covered by Sabali, the right back, who can't head it back to Edouard Mendy. He's headed it beyond him, and it's gone behind for a Netherlands corner.
Yeah, sloppy from Sabali. That ball must have travelled, diagonal ball from Van Dijk. Ballooned, as you described the pass earlier on in the half, and Sabali just trying to cushion headed the ball back to Mendy, but heads it behind.
Last minute of the first half. Group A action, Senegal against the Netherlands. Whichever two teams come out of this group, as we wait for this corner to come in from Gakpo, but we're going to get a delay from the referee again, who's going to go in and have a word with Vincent Janssen, who's almost standing on Edouard Mendy's toes. Yeah, Group A teams will meet Group B teams, and that's England and Wales' group. Corner comes in, headed away by Koulibaly, glancing header away to his left, collected by Berghuis on the right, onto his favoured left foot. Cisse up to win that header, falls to Diatta. Diatta's got space to work with on the right, and Diaz making a storming run through the middle if Diatta can find him. Pass just beyond him, and Noppert comes flying out and dives on top of the ball.
Yeah, Bergwijn did well to track back with Diatta. Dia had made a good run forward, but Noppert alert.
2 minutes of added time, end of the first half. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Neither keeper really been forced into a save as yet. Dutch have got themselves into some promising positions like this one. Mendy quick out of his area, clears with his right foot. Janssen trying to get onto that ball, and he was onside.
He was onside. He doesn't have great pace, though, has he, Janssen? Nicknamed the Bull, turned like a bull then.
Van Dijk. Dutch skipper on the ball inside his own half. Casual pass to his left, but he can afford to be casual there because no Senegalese player anywhere near him. De Jong gives it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk with his left foot, quickly onto Berghuis. Berghuis back to Van Dijk, who's made to run a little to his left to collect that pass. Not going anywhere, the Netherlands at the moment. Last minute of added time at the end of the first half. Here's Nathan Ake. More post-match reaction, I'm sure, coming your way shortly on 5 Live and BBC Sounds to the England 6, Iran 2 result earlier on today. Full commentary on Wales against USA to come at 7 o'clock tonight. Here's Dumfries wide on the right, down by the byline. Cut back of the cross, looking for Bergwijn. Hoping to get a volley away. Koulibaly clears. De Jong heads it forward. It might break to Janssen. He has to lift a leg high to try and control that ball. Now he's chasing back to win a tackle against Idrissa Gueye. And we're in the last 20 seconds of the first half, and De Jong is on the ball. Moving forward. Bergwijn falls over as he plays his pass to Janssen. Looking for Gakpo. Cleared again. De Jong stretches. The ball comes off his left boot, and Diatta has space to run into. Brings the ball up to the halfway line for Senegal. Sabali, the right back, has continued to make his run beyond him. Diatta brings it in field. My stopwatch tells me we've had the 2 minutes of added time at the end of the first half, but Senegal keep playing, and the referee yet to look at his watch. Here's Nampali Mendy. Cross comes in, diving header away from De Ligt. Gakpo can't quite control it. Here's Blint. Sliding challenge on the edge of his own box. Out it goes for a throw-in to the Netherlands. in their left-back position, and I think once we have seen that, was that an offside?
It's a handball, wasn't it?
Handball, free kick Netherlands. And there are we going to get it? No, I've gone early, Chris.
Not for the first time.
Nathan Ake waits to take the free kick, just outside his own penalty area. Ake takes the free kick, or does he? Yes, he does. And then we get the half-time whistle, and we are there. We've reached half-time. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0, and the Dutch, Chris Sutton, in very brief summary, have got themselves into some good positions, haven't they, and haven't found the final ball.
Yeah, they've had the better of the opportunities. Gakpo early on should have taken a shot on himself, tried to square it to Bergwijn, missed the pass, big chance gone, and then Frankie de Jong, who's been a great watch, really enjoyed watching him play. Some lovely passing, and he's drifted forward, takes the ball in beautifully, but he had a one-on-one situation where he dallied, he took too long, chance gone. But interesting one this. Senegal have shown enough, but nothing really clear-cut. You feel that they're going to threaten the Dutch goal in the second half more than they did in the first half, but the Dutch have been wasteful.
Half-time in Group A then. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Here's Kelly Cates.
Hello, thank you very much, Ali. Chris, I know you're saying that the Dutch have been wasteful in this.
chance for Netherlands to attack. Dumfries just runs out of space, runs into a couple of challenges, but the Netherlands do get a corner from it. Koulibaly with the final touch on it. Netherlands corner, Senegal 0, Netherlands 0.
Yeah, we haven't seen enough of that from Cody Gakpo. Took the ball then and drifted past, I think it was Diallo on that right-hand side for the Dutch. Wasn't prominent enough in that first half. He needs to get himself into the game.
Netherlands lineup coming your way in just a second. Drums continue incessantly here inside the stadium. Curling corner, Mendy comes through a whole host of bodies and claims that brilliantly with both hands. So the Dutch goalkeeper, we've mentioned him a fair bit this evening, Andries Noppert on debut. Back three, De Ligt, Van Dijk and Ake from right to left. Dumfries and Blind the wing-backs. Berghuis and Frankie de Jong in central midfield. Gakpo ahead of them. And Bergwijn and Vincent Janssen as the Netherlands front two. Senegal in possession inside their own half. Cisse with his left foot curls a spinning pass out towards Sabali with his black boots, drags the ball infield, left-footed pass easily intercepted by Van Dijk. That turns into a first-time volley pass to Berghuis. Berghuis is forced back towards his own goal. Here's Noppert, the goalkeeper, all in bright green with huge black gloves, black backs to them, white palms. Low pass out to Ake to Blind. De Jong, first-time ball up to Bergwijn, tackled from behind. That's a foul by Koulibaly. Gave Bergwijn a right whack there. And that is a free kick for the Netherlands just inside their own half.
It's a daft challenge, really. Bergwijn's going nowhere. He's inside his own half. He does use his body very well. Gets his big backside into Koulibaly. Wins the free kick.
6.5 minutes gone, second half. De Ligt, little 1-2 with Berghuis, short of the halfway line. Back to Van Dijk in the middle of that back three and across to Nathan Ake. Ake comes skipping forward, works the ball from left foot to right foot, swings out a high pass away to the right. Dumfries beaten in the air by Diallo, who as a centre-back you'd imagine would enjoy that sort of challenge against Dumfries. This time he's fouled him though, and that'll be a free kick for the Netherlands, wide on the right, midway inside the Senegal half. They've taken that quickly, and Gakpo is dribbling towards Diallo, tries to beat him on the outside. The cross is blocked, and behind it goes for a corner to the Netherlands.
Yeah, just good positive play from Gakpo. A couple of times now in the early moments in this second half, he's actually got on the ball and committed. Senegalese defenders, wins his team a corner.
Corner will come in from wide on the right-hand side. Gakpo takes 3 steps back, left arm up in the air. It's an away swing, and Van Dijk's header just over the bar. And the Netherlands go close again. Virgil van Dijk in his first major tournament for his country, just grazing the crossbar just over with the header.
Yes, an outswinger. Maybe jumps a little bit too early, gets up so well and just can't get high enough over the ball to direct that header down. You want a good morning Vicar there, Bruce. Head the ball down into the floor.
Not heard that before. Here's Mendy, Edouard Mendy of Chelsea, driven ball with his right foot deep into the Netherlands half. Van Dijk heads that high in the air, so I'm not sure what that would be. Good morning Vickers, the header down. We can work on that one.
A little nod. We was taught that in the Norwich City youth team.
Yeah.
Cross comes in, head it down.
No, that's what I was always taught as well, Chris. I mean, obviously I didn't play Norwich City youth team or that sort of level, but...
Oh, no, you didn't.
Here's Sabali. Well, I wouldn't play for Norwich, obviously, would I? Sabali. Back to Koulibaly.
Don't think you played football at your school.
And there's little Mendy for Senegal. Ball out to Diallo. Diallo's cross into the edge of the box. Dia tries to get the flick on. It's loose just outside the Netherlands penalty area. Hacked away. Sabali is there. Runs onto the ball at pace. Up to the edge of the box. Hits the shot, which hits Ake. Comes spinning off the Dutchman, and away it goes for throw-in to Senegal. They were hoping it was going to be a corner.
Yeah, the space opened up, didn't it, Sabali? Just think in the final third, Senegal hasn't been really any decent combination play. They haven't linked up very well. You feel it's going to be a moment of individual brilliance if they are going to score a goal.
Ball thrown into Dia. Sabali to Kouyaté. Ake's right in front of him. Cross hits Ake and goes out for another throw to Senegal. wide on the right. Missing Sadio Mane, of course, who at the start of this tournament we thought he might miss a couple of games, but might be able to appear later in the tournament. But unfortunately, injury is going to keep him out for the entire tournament. Mendy chips the ball with his right foot, but overhits it, and it clears the head of Sabali. That's a throw into the Netherlands, who've only ever lost 2 group games in World Cup history out of 30 games played, which I think is a pretty astonishing record. 1978 against Scotland, famously, when Archie Gemmell scored. I think lots of our Scottish listeners will remember that. And 1994 against Belgium, the only 2 group games they've ever lost. So
you enjoyed the Gemmell one, didn't you?
It's a great goal.
Scottish yourself.
Great goal that, Chris. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Van Dijk, that's a lovely measured pass to get Netherlands away down the right. Dumfries is well forward in this attack. Gakpo has gone wider for him. Gakpo's trying to turn away from Cisse. He's been dragged out to that left-hand side. Cross into the near post. Janssen tries to get his body in the way. Ball bounces off Koulibaly. Pass out from him, and that's a foul on Ismail Assar by Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt argues the decision. Shrill blast on the whistle, and De Ligt also gets booked.
Yeah. I think he's made numerous fouls, hasn't he? He's very strong, but gets so tight, and once again there, and I think the referee is right to give him a yellow card. Persistent fouling. Sarr sees him coming, and he's put himself under a bit of pressure now, De Ligt. Just over 30 minutes to go now on a yellow card.
We weren't 100% sure that De Ligt was actually going to start the game, because Jurien Timber has been a regular choice for Louis van Gaal in that right-sided centre-back position. De Ligt now on the yellow card, having started this evening. Senegalese free kick, 11.5 minutes gone in the second half. Wales against the USA to come in full. Kick-off at 7 o'clock tonight here from the World Cup in Qatar. Edouard Mendy on the ball inside his own penalty area. No pressure on him, plays it to Cisse. Cisse, a couple of paces forward. Long ball down the inside left channel. Sarr wins the header. Dia's never going to get there. Van Dijk does, and swings his right boot into a first-time clearance. Played back towards Steven Berghuis in midfield, and he plays back to his goalkeeper.
I mean, it's fine going long, you know, as that ball from Sarr was hit up on the diagonal. But they need to get bodies in and around him.
Gakpo's layoff, looking for Berghuis. Berghuis couldn't control it. Now half an opportunity here for Senegal. That is Sarr. Ismail Assar dribbles it into the penalty area. Looped cross to the far post. Ake underneath it, heads it away. Sabali, Senegal's right back, possibly looking for a 1-2. Dia, the centre forward, holds on to it. Plays it back to QATAR, to Mendy. Mendy across to Abdou Diallo. Diallo's crossing to the near post. Dia threw himself at it. And the shot from Diatta, he was off balance, he couldn't get it on target, balloons off his right foot and goes behind for a goal kick to the Netherlands, 0-0.
There's a really good ball in from Diallo, and Dia just made a run across Virgil van Dijk, couldn't quite get on the end of it, and yeah, Diatta, ball just bounced awkwardly and the chance gone.
Chris Sutton alongside me here watching Senegal-Netherlands. We'll also be taking your calls on 6:06 tonight after the Wales-USA game alongside Robbie Savage, and then Rick Edwards with the 5 Live breakfast show from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning at the Tiramisu Lounge, which is one of his favourite spots in Doha for the show. Reaction to both the England wins so far today, the Wales game tonight, guest list including James Collins, Nathan Blake, Alan Shearer, Ian Rush and Rob Green on the show. Frankie de Jong is on the ball for the Netherlands. Up towards the halfway line to Berghuis. Berghuis, nice threaded pass through to Janssen. Janssen, one touch, then a layoff to Denzel Dumfries. Dumfries starts to pick up the pace into the penalty area. Little chip ball towards Janssen. QATAR heads it clear. De Jong nods it to his left. Here's Steven Berghuis. Tees himself up for a shot. Oh, that's heavily deflected. Mendy was on the floor. Came off Koulibaly, and behind it goes for a Netherlands corner. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0.
There's a cute little header from De Jong into Berghuis, back to goal. The edge of the Senegal box, and swivel and shot, and yeah, you're right, Mendy had gone down to his left-hand side, and Koulibaly gets the ball behind for a Dutch corner. So Diallo's down though, I think, for Senegal.
And while we're looking at that, Chris, this will be very interesting to those of a Netherlands persuasion. Memphis Depay, who's come into this tournament just off the back of an injury, a problem which has, I think, not seen in play since late September for Barcelona. Louis van Gaal said he certainly couldn't start the first game, but there he is, number 10 shirt for the Netherlands on his back, waiting to come on into the action. Now that could make a difference for them, clearly, up front.
Yeah, did he not get a couple of crucial goals at the last World Cup the Dutch were in?
2014, yes, he did. He did. Change is coming. Dutch obviously didn't qualify for 2018. And Memphis Depay, who's been in sparkling form for his country, 21 goals in his last 21 internationals, 36 in his last 50, 42 in total, which only puts him 8 behind the country's record goal scorer Robin van Persie. So he'll certainly have that figure in his sights. Whistle blows, not coming on just yet. Gakpo's corner to the edge of the 6-yard box. Mendy comes a long way off his line. Edouard Mendy gets a good fist on the ball, and out it goes for a throw into the Netherlands wide on the right. And Senegal are also going to have to make the change here, so we're going to get a double change in the game. Memphis Depay coming on for the Netherlands, and it will be Ismail Jacobs who will be coming on for Senegal. He plays his club football for Monaco, born in Germany, actually represented Germany at youth levels, but now a full Senegalese international, winning only his second cap. So what a moment for him. Depay comes on for Vincent Janssen. We're into the last half hour of the game. That gets a big roar from the Dutch fans inside the stadium. And Aliou Cisse wants this change made right now, and it's Abdou Diallo whose number has gone up. So he will be replacing the left-back position by Ismail Jacobs for Senegal. Both changes have been made, and we're waiting for a throw-in to be taken for the Netherlands. We're back underway. 5 Live and BBC Sounds, and across Africa on the BBC World Service, waiting for a first goal in this game. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Nathan Ake not quite sure what to do with the ball, so turns inside his own half. Diatta starts to close him down. Ake plays it to Van Dijk. He says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit a long diagonal wide to the right. Dumfries jumps for it, beaten in the air by Jacobs, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Netherlands on the right. And those drums continue apace beneath us. Throw-in for the Netherlands, about 10 yards short of that Senegalese penalty area. And we can just see Abdou Diallo rather slowly making his way, almost hobbling back towards the Senegalese dugout. Bergwijn back with his regular strike partner now at international level, Memphis Depay. Depay is just lurking on the edge of the penalty area. Netherlands have played back here to Ake. He's a good 45 yards from goal. Aliou Cisse is anxiously pacing the Senegalese manager at the moment, almost walking in line with his back line, trying to get them in shape. And here's De Jong, who's just spotted a little gap in midfield here. Tries to poke a ball forward with the outside of his right boot. Kouyaté wins it off him. Now Senegal can come on the break with Diatta. Running beyond him is Dia. He doesn't release the pass, Diatta. He turns back.
Should have released it. Space in behind there. Dia had made a clever little run, diagonal run. Decided to hold on to the ball, but still in possession. Gone from the right-hand side to the left-hand side.
There's Gay. Gay back to Mendy. Mendy of Leicester City. Chip pass to his right to Sabali, and Sabali's ball down the right. Diatta can't control it, comes off his left boot and goes out for a throw-in to the Netherlands. Needs a spark, Chris, this, doesn't it?
Yes, they do, and I think for Senegal, full 3-3, it's a 3-5-2. It's about the quick switches of play and try and get those overloads, those 2v1s in the wide areas.
Depay's first touch, he chests the ball down under pressure, plays a pass into the midfield. Netherlands concede a free kick with a foul, so Senegal get ready to take that free kick through Koulibaly. Qatar and Ecuador, the other two teams in this group. So Senegal will play Qatar here at 1 o'clock on Friday, at 4 o'clock on Friday. The Netherlands play Ecuador. Koulibaly's left-footed ball up the middle of the pitch. Ake stoops to win a header. falls to De Jong. De Jong runs away from Kouyaté, but he overruns it and he's tackled easily by Mendy, and Diatta onto the ball for Senegal. Thought about the shot, pokes the pass into the box. Oh dear, with the effort at the near post, and Noppert got down well to block it with his left hand, and it's cleared, and in fact that went behind for a corner to Senegal.
Yes, it's really smart play from Dia. It's De Jong who gives the ball away, and Diatta slides a right-footed pass. He angles against Boulaye Dia, running away from goal. Out on that right-hand side of the box, gets a snapshot in, and Noppert makes a smart save down to his left, the save he should make.
Corner then for Senegal. Diatta curls it in with his right foot, and away swinger. Koulibaly up for the header, ball bounces off his head. Away to the right it goes. Sabali looks like he might have overhit that. Diatta stretches, poor past that under no pressure, and the stayed in play. No, I didn't think it had. No, it's gone behind. Flag is up, and that will be a goal kick to the Netherlands. So Noppert tested for the first time on his debut and made a save.
Yeah, and he'll maybe feel a bit of relief. It's just about concentration from his point of view. Louis van Gaal, big call, having faith in him. It's yeah, I mean it's a smart piece of goalkeeping. The Lions of Teranga, Bruce, haven't really attacked like Lions, have they?
They've not. We looked up Teranga, didn't we? Exactly what that comes from, what that means as the Netherlands attack down the left-hand side. Daley Blind sprinting as hard as he can to get this cross in from the byline. Depay attacks it, headed away by Cisse, nodded forward by Gakpo. That looked like a push from Dumfries. Flag stays down. Cisse is there again for Senegal. Yeah, the referee spotted the shove, and that will be a free kick to Senegal. And Teranga means sort of hospitality and generosity of spirit, and the kind of community feel in Senegal was our understanding of it.
You liked the word hospitality, didn't you?
Yes. Fan of that, Chris, as you know. Almost midway through the second half. Looks like another change coming for the African champions. Bamba Dieng, Marseille forward.
Bit of an altercation at Marseille, wasn't it? Wandered away, looked like he had a move, and
could have gone to
Leeds United, and then Nice came in for him at the last minute, and he failed a medical at Nice, and ended up back at Marseille with his tail between his legs, really. But dangerous player to bring on.
Yeah, and very cool in the two crucial shootouts for Senegal this year against Egypt, in the Africa Cup of Nations and in the crucial World Cup qualifier, the penalty shootout that decided it to get here. Scored his penalties in both shootouts, so he's getting ready to come on. Still Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Senegal trying to attack down the left-hand side with one of the subs, Jacobs. Netherlands have it back on the halfway line. Lofted ball over the top. Gakpo will chase. Mendy will get there first, and the ball gets away from Gakpo and bounces harmlessly behind for a goal kick to Senegal. So we'll have to wait and see what Louis van Gaal has still got up his sleeve for the Netherlands. Still 0-0.
We're just seeing that save from Noppert again. The ball actually played out in a wide area. The angle against him. He shouldn't be beaten from there. They've just crept inside in their post.
Boulaye Dia, number 9, centre forward, comes off to replaced by Bamba Dieng. He heads straight for the middle of the pitch to put himself up against Virgil van Dijk. Different challenge for the Dutch captain now. Mendy clears with his right foot. Ismail Assar jumps, beaten in the air by De Ligt. Kouyaté just cushions a little header down in midfield. Kouyaté gets it back, flicks it beyond De Jong, then he's fouled. Free kick for Senegal. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Instructions coming onto the Cheikhou Kouyaté. There's a stretcher out there for him at the moment. It was challenge in midfield. De Jong stretched to win a ball after sort of Kouyaté had lobbed it over his head, and he's gone down and stayed down, and this is a little bit of a concern for Senegal. So it's Pat Gay, another Marseille player, waiting to come on. The lovely thing I read about him in the notes, he was a Watford player. Chris, did you see this? For about 24 hours, and then Watford got the call, and Pat Gay's agent said, we misread the contract. We thought he was getting paid 45,000 a week, and it was only 45,000 a month.
Well,
so that was that, and off he went. So he's getting ready to come on. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0.
It's still a few quid, isn't it?
No, it's a lot of money, Chris, isn't
Watford's a nice area.
Good
Used to
team.
live near Watford.
Good team, did you?
Yeah. Chorley Wood.
So Cheku Kiate is coming off. Just trying to get a view of him here. Steeply sort of raked seats inside this stadium, and his arm is right across his face, which suggests he is in some distress. It looked relatively innocuous. You do hope that doesn't mean his World Cup is over. At the moment, Pat Gay is trying to have a word with him, and now Kouyaté is just slowly sitting up on that stretcher. So Senegal want to make the change. More disruption to the game. She's never really got into a full-flowing rhythm. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Wales, USA on the way at 7 o'clock on 5 Live and BBC Sounds this evening. And as I've mentioned, the fact we're on the World Service today as well, with Senegal featuring here, so people listening to this enormous audience across Africa. The BBC World Football Podcast is certainly one you might want to catch up with on the BBC Sounds app as well, discussing all the issues here at this World Cup on and off the field. De Jong on the ball for the Netherlands, just trying to build a bit of rhythm now, trying to make something happen in the last 20 minutes of this game. It's going to be a double change for Senegal, but they've got defending to do at the moment. Bergwijn plays it back into the feet of Dumfries. He takes a heavy tumble, but it's a fair challenge. Idrissa Gueye plays the ball out to the left-hand side to Ismaila Sarr. Sarr moving at pace at De Ligt, who's on the yellow card. Sarr inside the penalty area, cut back to Gueye, hits the drive, Noppert makes the save. That was hit with power. It was pretty much straight at the Dutch goalkeeper, and now the offside flag goes up as the rebound is chased, but Noppert called into action again.
Yeah, but it's Sarr again, isn't it? Down that left-hand side, causing De Ligt all sorts of problems, but he has the awareness just to feed a ball to the edge of the box. Idrissa Gueye takes a really good first touch and hammers the ball, and I've got to say, Noppert, my first impression was it was a brilliant save. He makes a bit of a meal of it. It's a save he should be making. Gueye went for power, but all the same important for Noppert to keep it out of the Dutch goal.
Nicholas Jackson, number 7, the other player on for Senegal, 21-year-old, making his debut for his country at this World Cup. Correct. 2 points, Chris. Well done. We played 28 minutes in the second half. If you've been following us on social media as well, or the 5 Live or 5 Live Sports social feed, Chris Sutton's been giving me some challenges during this World Cup. Questions about some of the countries that we're covering. Choices of 3, aren't they, Chris? And I've got to spot which is the false fact. If I get it wrong, I get a punishment, don't I? And I'm yet to get it wrong. Although I think our viewers will only have seen one so far, and that's going to continue.
You got lucky with that, didn't you? You got very lucky. You didn't quite understand the game.
I misunderstood the rules and still gave the right answer.
Dutch facts.
Ake playing the ball back here to Noppert, who's been busier than Edouard Mendy in this second half, and we've only got 16 minutes left of the game. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. Ball up towards the halfway line. Pat Gay heads it forward. Here's Jackson, the other substitute, looking for the run of Sabali down the right-hand side, followed by De Jong. He's overrun it, and the ball goes behind for a Netherlands goal kick. So they just want to get a little bit more of a hurry on here and see if they can threaten Senegal late in this game.
Yeah, I've got to say I'm surprised by the Netherlands. Showing a real lack of belief in this second half. That's nearly a nice touch from Depay.
Idrissa Gueye, left-footed ball, has the pace of Ismaila Sarr, beats De Ligt to the ball, again onto that right foot inside the Dutch box. Little layoff here, first time shot, but the ball was behind him. It was Bamba Dieng who hit it, couldn't get it on target. Goal kick for the Netherlands.
Yeah, De Ligt, every time Sarr runs at him with the ball, De Ligt looks clumsy, doesn't he? Big guy. Sarr has caused him a lot of problems.
Long ball downfield from the Dutch. Koulibaly's clearance is blocked. This might work out well for Bergwijn. Bergwijn looking for the run of Dumfries. That is really good defending from Jacobs, who stuck with him all the way. Knocks it behind for a Netherlands corner. Had to do that as well because Dumfries was getting himself into a crossing position.
Yeah, Bergwijn could have been more selfish there. Elected to play the ball to Dumfries, who was marauding into the box, but Jacob stayed with him. Can they make something from a set piece, the Dutch?
Not been convincing so far from the Netherlands this evening. Unbeaten in 15 games under Louis van Gaal. Scoring a load of goals as well. Absolutely flying through their Nations League group this year. 5 wins out of 6. 2 of those wins against Wales, a couple against Belgium, 1 against Poland. And not being able to do it against Senegal. Edouard Mendy waited for this corner to come in. It's an away swinger. De Ligt heads it down. Koulibaly smashes it away with his right foot. De Jong is underneath it in the centre circle. Right-footed pass to his right. Finds Berghuis. Berghuis plays into the feet of Depay. That's good from Depay. Nice touch to get him away from the defender. Out here to Blint. Blint's crossing towards the far post. Headed up in the air by Jacobs. Wants a foul for the challenge on him. Gets the decision. Free kick Senegal.
It's a really stupid challenge from Dumfries, wasn't it? The ball hit on the diagonal from Daley Blind, just stood up at the far post. And Jacobs under pressure from Dumfries, but Dumfries really clumsy, clatters into the back of him. The chance gone. Just seeing Idrissa Gueye effort and the save from Noppert. Decent save.
Chris Sutton with us here, 5 Live and BBC Sounds and across Africa on the BBC World Service. Senegal, Netherlands 0. Mendy with the free kick from deep inside his own penalty area. De Jong underneath it trying to win a header. He's fouled. Free kick for the Dutch. It's getting very broken up at the moment. Just wondering, was that El Hadj Diouf that we saw there on our screens? I thought possibly.
Yeah.
He was obviously part of that famous 2002 Senegal team that made it through to the quarter-finals. Only 3 African nations have ever managed that in World Cup history. A lot of people actually fancied Senegal could at least do that at this World Cup. Then came news of the injury to Sadio Mane. Double change coming for the Netherlands now. Davy Klaassen, former Everton man, now of Ajax, is one of those who's going to be coming on. I think Steven Bergwijn is coming off, and the other is Teun Koopmeiners of Atalanta. Where's number 20 for the Dutch? So, late double change by Louis van Gaal. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. 12 minutes remaining in the game. Wales, USA in full on the way at 7 o'clock UK time. And here's Frankie de Jong on the ball for the Netherlands. England beating Iran by 6 goals to 2 today. Bukayo Saka with 2. Bellingham, Sterling, Rashford and Grealish with the other goals. Chris and Robbie will want to hear from you on 6:06 this evening. Sabali, the right back for Senegal, clears with his right foot. The ball is flicked on by Pat Gay. Knocked out of play by Frankie de Jong. Throw in for Senegal. Just short of the halfway line, wide on the right-hand side. And Louis van Gaal chuntering away. Sitting next to Danny Blint there. Van Gaal in his dark blue blazer and his bright orange national tie. Throw in Senegal, wide on the right. Senegal 0, Netherlands 0.
Yeah, Louis van Gaal will want to end his managerial career on a real high, but they've just lacked that spark in the second half, haven't they? The Netherlands, hasn't really happened for them. The opportunities in the first half, didn't take them. But Mendy has had a relatively quiet second half.
Throw in Senegal, working their way slowly up the right-hand side. Sabali into Gay. Gay was asleep there and Koopmeiners took it off him. Davy Klaassen. Right-footed pass back to De Ligt. De Ligt crosses the halfway line, whips it out low to the right to Dumfries. Gakpo started to make a run, but Dumfries wasn't ready to play the pass. Lots of movement from the orange shirts ahead of the ball, but yet to find the killer ball. Here's De Jong. De Jong low to his right to Dumfries. Dumfries tries to slide that one through to Memphis Depay. Senegal clear, throw in Netherlands on the right, attacking position, 10 minutes remaining in the game. Still goalless. As those drums continue to thunder beneath us. Ake. Cross to De Jong. De Jong at walking pace. Back to Ake. Ake wide to Daley Blint. Blint into Depay. Depay finds Ake again with a first-time ball. He's about 40 yards from goal, inside left channel. Little 1-2 with Van Dijk, and Van Dijk's pass doesn't find Ake. Ball easily given away. Nicholas Jackson plays it forward. Here's Idrissa Gueye. He's got Ismaila Sarr in space on the left-hand side. Jacobs coming hurtling forward beyond him. Sarr still on the ball, dribbling across the face of goal. Back to Idrissa Gueye. Gueye slides a pass to his right. Sabali. Pass down the right here to Jackson. Back to Sabali again. Sabali wide on the right-hand side. Brings that ball infield towards Daley Blind, and Senegal come back out. And it looks like they're going to switch it to the left-hand side. 9 minutes to go, 0-0. The threat coming from the African champions at the moment. Cross in. And the ball is headed over the bar, and Senegal are appealing for a penalty, and I don't think they're going to get that decision. Is that Dieng?
Yeah, Dieng clutching Dieng. And the ball's high. Ake's got his arm.
Sarr.
Is it Sarr with it?
Sarr, yeah.
Ake has his arm slightly around him, but not enough in there.
No.
I think they're happy now, Senegal, to try and suck the Dutch in and then counter. That's when they look at their most dangerous, but the Dutch haven't come up with enough in the second half.
No. Latest Match of the Day Top 10 podcast at the moment, which I saw pop up on my BBC Sounds feed this morning. World Cup's greatest games. Not sure this one would necessarily feature in the top 10 of all the games in the history of the World Cup. Mendy's got the ball at his feet for Senegal, but they're always worth a listen. Alan Shearer, Micah Richards, Gary Lineker discussing lots of different World Cup themes. Free kick Senegal inside their own penalty area. 8 minutes to play. If they both start with a point, no disaster for them, Chris. Qatar and Ecuador also in the group. But
yeah, no, but the pressure's on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, everybody expects both these teams to beat Qatar. On the evidence of Qatar, they looked pretty average, I think, and that's being kind.
Yeah.
To the hosts.
Throw in on the left for Senegal.
Just difficult to know what to make of Ecuador.
Yes, yeah. But I think actually just to come through South American qualifying is some feat in itself, considering some of the nations you've got to beat to get there. Ake clears with his right foot for the Netherlands. Depay tries to flick it forward. Chance for Gakpo to chase and bring this ball away. Brings it under control. It's slowed down a bit here. Senegal have got men back. Cross comes into the penalty area. Chested bounded by Depay. Flicks it up in the air. Sabali is there to clear for Senegal. De Jong plays to the left of Blind. Depay first time ball back to De Jong. De Jong head up. Curling cross in. That's a good one! And it's headed into the back of the net by young Cody Gakpo. They've got there late in the game, Netherlands. Cody Gakpo makes the run. Perfect ball finds him. And he heads it in to make it Senegal 0, Netherlands 1.
Yeah, they just needed that one moment of quality. And it's a brilliant run. I mean, of course, it will be checked, but it looked like the timing of the run was absolutely excellent. And the ball was on the money. Mendy had committed himself. And Gakpo just had to find the target. Used the pace of the cross. It was whipped in right-footed from Frankie de Jong on the left-hand side. Let's see Gakpo's run. Yeah, it's perfectly timed, but Mendy shouldn't come. He gambles Mendy, and Gakpo actually with the, looks like it comes off the back of his head. It's brilliant innovation from Gakpo into the back of the net, and that's a huge goal from a Netherlands team who really haven't threatened in this second half.
Fourth goal in just 10 international caps for Cody Gakpo, as Chris Sutton was just saying. Timed the run absolutely perfectly. Frankie de Jong, that was the interesting thing. When he got that ball back, never looked at the ball, was always looking up, was waiting for the run, curled the pass in beautifully. Edouard Mendy was suckered off his line, and Gakpo found the back of the net, and that changes everything in terms of the shape of the group.
I've got to say, it's dreadful goalkeeping, really is.
Senegal immediately trying to get back down the other end and try and find themselves an equaliser. Goal has come in the 84th minute. They've not got long. Senegal 0, Netherlands 1. Sabali Right-footed ball here to Nicholas Jackson on his debut. 21-year-old off the bench and into the game. Sabali let the ball go through his legs. Still got it wide on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Pat Gay. Low-driven shot with his left foot and long arm stretched out by Noppert. Might have just been creeping in at the near post. Got a hand to it. Behind he goes for a corner.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's a long way out. And, I mean, Noppert should get a step in. He gets that long limb. Makes a smart enough save.
Corner's taken short. Sabali's played a little 1-2, the right back. Comes back to Nampali Mende. Curling ball towards the far post, headed down. Cisse, the centre-back, is there. Plays it out to the left. Cross hits Ake. Goes behind for another Senegal corner. Senegal 0, Netherlands 1.
And guess what? We see a bit of urgency now from Senegal. Haven't shown enough urgency throughout this game. Wouldn't say they would have been happy with a point, but haven't shown enough thrust themselves in the 90 minutes.
Corner from the left. He's driven low and back into the middle of the Dutch half. Ismail Jacobs is there. Ball comes back here to Mendy. Mendy floats one high, and that's perfect for Noppert. 6'8", saw it from a mile off, comes running off his line, leaps above everyone else and catches it cleanly. 3 minutes plus added time remaining. Wales against the USA on the way. 7 o'clock this evening. In the next hour of the show, you'll hear from Gareth Bale, Tyler Adams, the American captain, Cliff Jones, former Welsh great, and the American president as well, Joe Biden, Ian Dennis and Dion Dublin with the commentary. Can the Netherlands find a second goal to clinch it? Memphis Depay, good sliding challenge on him. Daley Blind fires a ball across the Senegalese half. Davy Klaassen has won it, finds its way to Blind. Blind looking for the run of Depay on the left-hand side. Depay keeps the ball in play just by that touchline. Stands the defender Sabali up in front of him. Little 1-2 with Blint. Netherlands quite happy just to keep it here. Lovely turn from De Jong. Jackson came racing in, just did a 360 around the ball and completely fooled him. Blint. Two Senegalese defenders in front of him. Hits the shins of Sabali. Throwing for the Netherlands on the left. Senegal 0, Netherlands 1.
Yeah, and the man with the goal, Cody Gakpo, heavily linked with Manchester United, wasn't he? There's been moments in the game when he's looked very good, but drifted in and out, in fairness.
23 years old, playing his club football at the moment for PSV Eindhoven. Big moment for him on the world stage tonight. Late goal, looks like it might win the Netherlands their opening game. Edgar Davids.
Yeah. And that was Danny Blind on the
Yes.
on the bench.
Yeah.
No wonder Daley Blind has stayed on all the game.
Edgar Davids looking as cool as ever with the shades on, blue blazer as well, all in the team uniform, throwing for the Netherlands wide on the left. Very happy to have the ball down here in the Senegalese half. Really weren't showing much before the goal in the second half, the Netherlands, but crucially have found the breakthrough. Cope Miners loses it. Ake steps in to win a header. Volleyed forward by Pat Gay. The ball goes miles up in the air, over the head of De Jong. Ake is underneath it, heads it straight up. De Jong is pushed to the floor by Bamba Dieng. So that'll be a free kick for the Netherlands. We're into the 90th minute of the game.
He's been the best player on the park, hasn't he? Frenkie de Jong. I mean, this is a big win if they can see this through. 3 points, haven't been at their absolute best, but against one of their big rivals, Senegal, in this group, with Qatar to come and Ecuador. You know, they were my tips to top the group, the Netherlands. What are you laughing at?
Senegal, Qatar on Friday. So obviously with Senegal losing this game, that becomes very important to them. Netherlands, Ecuador, Friday, 4 o'clock will be interesting. 4 games coming your way tomorrow. 10 o'clock, early start. Well, Rick Edwards with the breakfast show from 6, obviously live here in Doha. But in terms of the football, build-up will start at 9. 10 o'clock, Argentina against Saudi Arabia. 1 o'clock, Denmark against Tunisia. 4 o'clock is Mexico against Poland. And then 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, Chris and I will bring you the defending champions France against Australia. 8 minutes of added time at the end of this game. Those last 2 fixtures I mentioned, by the way, are also on BBC television tomorrow.
Game of the day, that France-Australia, isn't it?
Told you we'd get a goal, actually, didn't I? Eventually. Senegal 0, Netherlands 1. Are we going to get another? Senegal still have 8 minutes to try and find themselves an equaliser. As I said right at the start of the commentary, this is their 3rd World Cup, and both of the other 2 they did start with wins against European opposition. Doesn't look like it's going to happen for them this evening. Bamba Dieng goes for an early cross with his right foot from the right. Dumfries heads it away. Jacobs is going to hit that optimistically, gets underneath it, and it goes miles over the bar for a goal kick.
Yeah, wasn't ever really balanced or set. Jacobs, and that's well over the bar. But, you know, we knew they were going to miss Sadio Mane. In that final third, there's been no great link-up. Felt that Ismail Assar has shown some really good moments of individual play, but Robert hasn't had really, or he hasn't been worked enough.
No.
They've been more pussycats, haven't they, than Lions? Senegal.
Made a couple of saves, Nopper, but as Chris was saying, saves that you would expect him to make. So shots on target, but relatively easily dealt with.
That will give him a great lift.
Yeah.
You know, confidence. First international cap.
Yeah, debut.
Amazing.
Debut at the World Cup.
I mean, that's an amazing call, isn't it?
I know. Heronveen, and he's
Heronveen, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is, and he's first choice there this season, but the 9 years previously, wherever he's been, has not been a regular first teamer. So in terms of first team appearances, 37 appearances in 9 years ahead of this season. Then suddenly here you are for the Netherlands. You know, one of the fancy teams at this World Cup, and Louis van Gaal's put his trust in him. 1-0 to the Netherlands. Blint stretching, volleys the ball out of play. Throw in Senegal. We're in added time at the end of the game. Dutch leading 1-0. Still 6 minutes of added time remaining. And Senegal
just lacked a bit of oomph, haven't they, Senegal?
They have. Here's Mendy. That's Nampali
It's all
Mendy.
slow and pedestrian.
On the halfway line across to Koulibaly. Koulibaly's trying to pick the pace up. He's making a surging run forward himself through the middle. There's the pass to Jackson. Tries to take it on the turn. The ball comes off him. Crossing to the far post. Not a bad one. Dieng stretching. Can't get the header down. Over the bar it goes. Another goal kick for the Netherlands.
Didn't time his jump. It's a good ball from Sabali out on that right-hand side. Whips the ball in. Dieng doesn't get up early enough. He heads the ball well over the Dutch bar. There's going to be job done for the Dutch. 3 points.
Yeah, Martin de Roon waiting to come on. The Bulldog of Bergamo, as he's known, playing his club football for Atalanta. On for the goal scorer, Cody Gakpo.
Hang on a minute, the Bulldog
of Bergamo. You not like that?
Who calls him that?
Well, they do in Bergamo. Atalanta fans. He's a bulldog in midfield. Lovely high five. It was actually Louis van Gaal applauded Cody Gakpo as he came towards him. Then there was a lovely high five. Davy Klaassen is caught. That is going to be a free kick. That's going to be a first yellow card for Senegal this evening. Nampali Mendy is the player to get it. So the game is getting away from them. They look pretty comfortable throughout. Gakpo's header, though, looks like it's going to take the 3 points for the Netherlands. Free kick for them just inside their own half. And David Klaassen has stayed down for the moment, and Louis van Gaal has come striding out to the edge of his technical area.
In these group stages, it's just about doing enough. You know, we've seen England wipe the floor with Iran today, 6-2 in the end.
6-2, yeah.
6-2, and we missed the last part of the game because of concentrating on this game. But you know, the Dutch to start this group with a win against Senegal, that's a big result.
Yeah,
and especially not being at the best, but it's that one moment of magic. De Jong, wonderful pass. Gakpo, beautifully timed run, just drifting into the box at the right time. Scored with the back of his head. Mendy all over the place. And that's the difference.
3 minutes of added time remaining. Chris and I'll do a little match report and post-match chat for you. That will be part of the World Cup Daily Podcast, which you've got to make sure you subscribe to on BBC Sounds. Another yellow card goes against Senegal. This one for Idrissa Gueye, another Dutch player down. Is it Klaassen again on the halfway line? Game is being broken up. Netherlands won't mind that. They are heading towards
But this suits the Netherlands, doesn't it? You know, the game becoming very bitty. It is classy. Oh, he takes an elbow there.
Yeah.
Side of the head. I mean, that he's using his arm as leverage, but that's a sore one.
So, Idrissa Gueye yellow card. Nampali Mendy yellow card. Who knows, might be a factor going into their final group game. Senegal when they face Ecuador in that one. Senegal 0, Netherlands 1. David Klaassen is now sitting up and is slowly going to get to his feet. 3 minutes of added time remaining. Wales, USA on the way here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds at 7 o'clock. And we're going to get the team news ahead of that game very shortly. Just going to see what the Dutch do with this free kick. Van Dijk, well, that is woeful. He's just played the ball straight out of play. Save us, Ian Dennis. Bring us the team news. Wales back at the World Cup for the first time since 1958. Who's starting?
And from the team that got them there against Ukraine back in June, Rob Page has made 2 changes, Ali. Mepham for the injured Allen, doesn't want to risk Joe Allen. And surprisingly, Harry Wilson starting instead of Kiefer Moore. Wayne Hennessy, as expected, is preferred in goal to Danny Ward.
Ian Dennis with Dion Dublin this evening. Kick-off at 7 o'clock. From 10 o'clock tonight, Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage taking the calls on 6:06. Senegal 0, Netherlands 1.
It's a big call, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, no Kiefer Moore?
Yeah. Always better off to have a good big one, Bruce, in the team, aren't you?
Can always use him from the bench. Can imagine he'll be a factor possibly later in the game. Depay.
Good big one, better than a good little
Not
Bruce.
always, Chris, not always, as you well know. Here's Nicholas Jackson for Senegal. Plays the ball across his own penalty area. Senegal have given it away. They've only got a minute to try and find an equaliser, but they can't get out of their own half at the moment. Dumfries, though, has conceded a needless foul, so they will get a late free kick. It looks like the Cody Gakpo goal.
They're not going to score. They haven't looked like scoring,
No.
Bruce. I'll say it now.
Okay. Here we go, then.
It's not going to happen. The Dutch have looked really comfortable in this second half defensively.
Here we go. Koulibaly, long ball forward is sliced. Blint heads it away. Klaassen chests it down. De Jong clips it forward. Depay plays it back into his own half.
Composure now. See the game through.
You're right. Here's De Ligt. De Ligt back to his goalkeeper, Andries Noppert. Clears with his left foot. That crosses the halfway line. Ball is flicked on. Depay is in a one-on-one with Koulibaly. Up to the edge of the penalty area. Depay with his left foot. Mendy saves. Comes back to Klaassen, who sticks it away. And the Netherlands seal it with a goal in the very last minute of the game. Mendy saves the initial shot from Memphis Depay, but Davy Klaassen on the follow-up. Netherlands start with a win. Senegal 0, Netherlands 2.
Yeah, classy from Klaassen in the end, but Senegal trying to throw bodies forward. There's one long ball really which did for Senegal, and Memphis Depay, the talented player, faces Koulibaly up, chops on the inside on his left foot. I think it's quite a tame effort really. And Mendy down to his right hand side, makes a save but just parries it into the path of the rushing Klaassen, who's what, 10, 11, 12 yards out, left footed, cool as you like. Job done for the Iron Tulip.
Louis van Gaal, the Iron Tulip, will be absolutely delighted this evening. They've got it done. 2 late goals. The thing I loved about that one, watching it on the replay, was Davy Klaassen's determination. As soon as the flick on was won, he was off on the move. Just in case that happened, it did happen.
Proactive. He's expecting Mendy to parry that ball. Taking that gamble, taking that chance. Game over.
Yeah. 2-0 win for Ecuador against Qatar. This is going to be a 2-0 win for Netherlands.
I think I said that in my BBC predictions.
2-0,
I don't want to
did you?
say
Well done.
I'm not right all the time, I just am most of the time.
2-0 Netherlands. Senegal still trying. Lofted ball out to the right. Sabali, the right back, it's beyond him. Up in the air he goes. Ball comes off his head, out for a throw, and that is that. The Netherlands get their win in their opening game of this World Cup campaign. Louis van Gaal's last as a manager, satisfaction in the end. They weren't great throughout, but found the goals when it mattered. Cody Gakpo in the 84th minute, Davy Klaassen deep in added time. There is more to come from the Dutch, but it was comfortable enough, Chris Sutton?
Yeah, well, it was about getting the job done. It was about 3 points, winning the game. Tricky first game on paper against the champions of Africa. Moment of brilliance from De Jong with the pass. Gakpo with a perfectly timed run. I think Mendy shouldn't have come. He may not have saved it anyway, but it made it easier for Gakpo. And then what, in the 7th minute of added on time, break down the field. Depay inside on his left foot. And Mendy again, I think he should have done better, but Clarkson with a comfortable left-footed finish. 3 points. The Dutch have started this World Cup in fine form.
Yeah, we said it during the commentary. They are brilliant group stage campaigners at World Cups. They've done it again. 2 late goals wins this one. Senegal 0, Netherlands 2.
Ali, thank you very much. Chris, for Senegal, obviously missing Sadio Mane is huge for them in terms of trying to create chances, trying to convert those chances. But the Netherlands, although they scored 2 goals in this game, you said it, you know, particularly in the first half, that they were quite wasteful. Do they feel that they have more in the tank as this tournament progresses?
Yeah, it feels like they have so many more gears. I mean, they're always tricky, the first games in in any World Cup, and it's about getting a positive